Alrighty guys, so I found some black electrical tape, so I'm going to put that on that connection, and that way I will be good to go. We'll see exactly how well this goes, but it's only tape, so I don't think there's going to be too many issues, right? If it stays on because of the temperature in here. That's the glue holds. That's the trickiest part, right? There we go. It's probably as good as I'm going to get for that one. Now I want to pull out. I'm going to pull out the positive main feed now. Like I just told you, I can actually do that one first. Like I can do both feeds first without having any issues, and I'm going to put a little extra tape on to know that this is the positive, even though I got it taped up here a little further. And yeah, so like I said, I'm going to have to probably trim this guy again to get that terminal on. So we're going to do that. I'm just going to take a little bit off. So I'm just catching all the leftover copper in my glove. I'm going to toss that in the garbage, guys, so I don't get a piece of copper stuck in my foot when I'm walking around in here. Kind of makes sense, right? Where did it go? Oh, way over here. Flying away on me. Okay, perfect. Now, here we go. We got the terminal. So we're going to jam that inside of that one. And then I'm going to tape this end red, of course, to stand for positive, right? Should be a good idea. Hopefully, I'm sorry about the bad camera angles, guys, and stuff, but I'm solo here, like I said, and I can only do what I can do. If I had a third arm, it would look weird, but it would probably be pretty helpful if it was functional. It's, you know, one of those situations when you're running solo here, you really appreciate help from somebody else when you're alone. Really appreciate it. So we'll tape this guy up. I got a little bit overkill on the tape, but that's normal for me. And then that way, it's also it also is it's an indicator of what wire this is, obviously, and it helps hold stuff together. So it's dual purpose, and I like that. So now we have our positive and negative feeds done, and they will fit in when I want them to. So the rest of the stuff is all going to go onto the negative bus bar, and it will be awesome. I think it's going to turn out good. So I'll be back in a bit. Okay, so we're going to start working on the negative bus bar. And this heavy gauge wire right here is actually already fused and controlling a whole bunch of stuff. So this guy that's been taped all the way with negative is actually controlling part of the lighting and stuff and the fans over in the ceiling. So that'll be interesting. But anyway, we're going to start removing some wires. I got about 3 under one connection right here. Oh, no, just 2. And then let's get this other one. So there's 3, and I'm gonna do all of them because you can't really confuse these. Not normally. They're all ground wires. They don't matter where they go on the bus bar. And I got to switch over to a Phillips blade. And I got to carefully put all of them on here. So that'll be the most difficult part. Now this guy may need a terminal because he's fairly, what do you say? He's fairly thick on that one, so I may put a terminal on him. But we can do all the little small guys, and these like real thin ones here, I'm gonna put them together, obviously. And I probably have to take the gloves off for this, because some of these wires are fairly frickin', you know, they're gonna be fairly difficult to maneuver with your hands. Like these pair right here. So basically, all I'm doing is I open up here. What I'll do is I'll make it almost into one, and I just go around the little, they got a washer on here. This one's going to be a little bit difficult to do. Kind of make like a little hook there, if you can see it. And then what I want to do is get that in behind the washer, which is going to be the most difficult part. Because the washer, what it does is it puts all the pressure down and holds everything kind of secure. It's kind of like your surface area. That's what you want. There we go. Oh, this wire is so thin. And I believe this is for the lighting or something. But so freaking thin and hard to work with that it's going to be stupid. So basically, I'm going to cut the video. I'll get back to you when I have all these terminals from my negative bus bar attached to this new negative bus bar. And then we'll get back. And I gotta put the camera on charge anyway, so there you go. Alrighty guys, so I have pretty much everything wired in. I have 3 empty negative spaces left. I could have doubled them up too on some of these because they're pretty thin. I did double up that one there. So I got the negative supply hooked up, the positive supply hooked up. I got all the negatives on with 3 to spare. And now I just got to start working on transferring the negative bus bar over to this bus bar. Now the problem with that is I got to kind of figure out what is what to be able to properly fuse it, each load. But I'm not too worried. I'm just going to throw everything on at least a 3 amp fuse. And that way, that just covers my butt, basically, in case anything happens. So we're going to go ahead and start doing that. I got to put the camera back on charge because it's a little low. I just topping it up here. But I got all this work done. Now, I had to put terminals on 3 of these joints. I should have done it for the rest, but I think it'll be fine. I can change it after the fact if I need be. That's no big deal. So, yeah, I got to continue on, and then we got to figure out where we're going to mount this baby. Alrighty guys, my parents just called and they're inviting me out for dinner, which is nice. So I gotta get out of here shortly. But I got all my loads hooked up. So not very many, as you can see. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, the only trick is this wire here and that green wire run my master load. So that runs a bunch of different loads, and then these 2 are my switches, or my light switches. And this little one, I'm not quite sure, but I'm not too worried about it. So I'm going to throw 3 amp fuses in all of these, and I can do that right now, and I'll show you the giant mess that I made because I'm trying to do all this stuff and digging through to find wire and stuff like that. But I'm just gonna jam in like a bunch of 3 inch or 3 amp. Whoops, I believe these pink ones are 3 amp. It says right on the top, 3. So I need, what was that, 5 I needed, guys? Something like that. And what is this one actually? Is that a 2? Focus camera, I cannot see. Yeah, that's a 2. I may put one of those in for the smaller wires there. So we'll get 3, 4, and 5. So 4 3 amps fuses and a 2 amp. So we'll see exactly if this is going to work or not, guys. I'll show you quickly. This is going to be difficult to do, just showing how to push these things in. But I demonstrated them before. So, yeah, I'll just do it and then come back and show you.